Okay. So, hello everyone. We're going to now start to talk to you about cannulation. It's quite a large, emotive subject, and so we're going to try and break it down into 5 shorter videos. Otherwise, you'll have to sit through one massive long video and you might well fall asleep. So we're going to break these videos down into 5 themes. We're going to talk about safety, preparation, quality, equipment, and technique. So the first one we're going to talk about is safety. Now you will notice that during this talk, most of the stuff we talk about is going to be around about the same stuff we talk about with phlebotomy. But if you remember back to your phlebotomy lesson, the most important safety aspect in phlebotomy was identifying the patient, because that's the very thing that you can get wrong very simply, but yet it can actually result in the patient's death by accident. So we're not going to worry about that too much though with cannulation, because it takes quite a lot of intent to kill someone with a cannula. We are going to talk about making sure that despite that fact, you do need to make sure you identify the patient. During your time as a student, you'll probably get told quite a lot they'll probably get asked quite a lot to go and cannulate the person in bed 2, bed 1, or whatever those, you'll given a location rather than an actual patient or a diagnosis. But it will be up to you to try and make sure that you know exactly who the patient is that you want to put a cannula in. So really getting the patient's name and date of birth is probably a really good idea. Once you've got yourself with the right patient, you then do need to make sure that you are safe when doing the procedure. So you need to make sure that you bring a sharp spoon with you when you're doing your procedure. And there's no real excuse for not bringing a sharp spoon with you. And you do need to make sure that it is within half an arm's length. When you're doing your procedure with a cannula, what is a good thing about the cannulas that we have in West Suffolk Hospital is that ours are all safety cannulas, apart from when you're in theatres, because what's the reason for not having safety cannulas in theatres?
There's some big ones, isn't there? Different sizes.
Different sizes. I think it's probably something more to do with the anaesthetist being very picky. Anyway, so if we are going to be using the cannulas out on the wards, they are all safety cannulas. So what you'll find is that when you actually remove the needle from the cannula, the safety device will activate automatically and the actual needle will be covered automatically by the safety device. Once you've taken that out of the actual cannula itself, it needs to go nowhere else, not in a tray, not in the bed, not in your pocket. It needs to go straight into the sharp bin and got rid of. All the other things that we talked about previously about sharp safety and bloodborne virus, if you get a sharps injury, all apply. So if you need any refreshing with that, we'll do that at a later date. The other thing to think about, of course, is making sure that you don't cause an infection to the patient or to yourself by making sure that you wear gloves. And the policy at West Suffolk Hospital is that you must wear gloves. So we're going to ask you, so as soon as you start practicing putting cannulas in, we want you to start practicing here in the lab, wearing gloves whenever you are practicing this procedure. Is there anything else to add about safety?
No, I can't think of it.
No? Okay, so that's essentially most of the things to do around safety.